NYSE is fast approaching. It's time to get that serious PO practice. Welcome back, vintage gamers. You might ask the question, hey, Justin, isn't this the same exact deck you played in the last video? And yes, it is. We're testing for not Eternal Weekend. We're testing for NYSE. NYSE is coming up very quickly, and I need to lock in on my vintage deck choice, my Lurrus PO deck choice, and I have so many questions still. I am very likely to play some kind of Thundertrap Trainer stock up Lurrus PO deck, but I think they're all viable. If you look on the side of my screen here, I've got stock up Esper PO, stock up Grixis PO, stock up Jeskai PO, stock up Blue-White PO. I also had a stock up Blue-Black PO. I think all of these are just completely viable combinations, and I have to figure out which one is the best. The biggest question I have right now is, do I think the better mana base and consistency versus non-Lurrus of Esper, specifically Volt Key Vamp DT, is more powerful or better for the tournament than playing something like this, which is Jeskai. This is a little bit more consistent, but better versus Lurrus in my opinion, and worse versus non-Lurrus. So why would I say that? I like that in the Esper Demonic Tutor Vampiric Tutor deck, you get two main things. With the Voltaic Key Demonic Tutor Demonic Tutor Vampiric Tutor, you have a really cohesive and easy to execute game plan against decks that are putting you on the clock, like Dredge. You're going to get a bunch of oops, I win, free wins that way. I also think that Vampiric and Demonic allow you to play a better sideboard card with better sideboard hate that's easier to find and execute. You're going to be more pointed with your sideboard and have better access to beating these non-blue decks. What's the cost? Well, the cost is you end up with, in the Lurrus mirror, Volt Key is not as cohesive. It's a little, I would say, vulnerable. And if you instead play these Pyroblast and Flames of Anor, and you forego all of those, like, Vampiric Tutor pretty bad in the blue matchups, you end up with a deck that's much better against blue, and in doing so being much better against Lurrus PO and Lurrus Frog, which I think are probably the most likely matchups to see in the field. So that's the main concern. Obviously, there's like sideboard slots, and maybe there's a few main deck flexible slots, but I think for the most part, out of the 60 cards in the main of each deck, you're probably locked into 57, 58 of them, and then the sideboard has pretty similar goals no matter what. It's just like a sideboard like this one, where you're going to have a lot of 3-ofs and 4-ofs because you don't have access to Vampiric and Demonic Tutor, whereas a sideboard like the Esper list, you might end up with something like, well, this one still has 4 Swords of Plowshares, but you end up, one Sabotage, one Flusterstorm, one Hurkles, one Negation, one Trap, one Needle, one Lantern, one Portable Hole, one Containment Priest, one Seal of Cleansing. So like besides the 4 Swords of Plowshares, which I think are just, you just want as many as you can to beat mono white, you have a little bit more versatility in how I build my sideboard when I'm playing a Vampiric Tutor, Demonic Tutor deck. When you don't have those options, then my sideboard looks very different, as you can see with the Jeskai PO list here. I do have a couple 1-ofs still because you're still vintage, but it's 3 Soul Guide Lanterns, 3 Pyroblast, 3 Swords of Plowshares. Even some of these cards have some overlap, so that's what I'm thinking about right now, heading into NYSE, which is right around the corner. So what I'm going to do here is play another league with this deck. We went 5-0 with it in the last stream, and since the last stream, I see a 5-0 from Mage Winnie, I see a 5-0 from Captain Planet, and I saw a top 8 from Rather Be Playing Magic. So 3 different Jeskai Lurrus PO decks, basically the same list as what I played here, are the last 3 placements since my my publishing. So people seem to like it. I'm going to continue giving it another go here. I don't own a second Volcanic Island, is something I just realized, but that's okay because NYSE is 15 proxy, so we have that going for us. I did pick up some nice Flame of Anors with the Gandalf on them. I actually like the other art too, but the Gandalf, having Gandalf on your Magic the Gathering card, it works for me. I know it doesn't work for everyone, but for me, Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite IPs of all time, so you caught me. I'm gonna like the universes beyond here. So yeah, we're still waiting for Final Fantasy cards to get onto Magic Online, and we have big tournaments coming up. So this is gonna be a serious testing session. Hopefully Wednesday we'll be back with some more nonsense. I'll see you then, or now, or round one. For round one, let's go with round one. The legendary NYSE Open returns to Long Island in New York. This 9th installment will be a 15 proxy, $500 entry fee tournament where the top 8 will return home with 8 pieces of real unlimited power. Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, and all 5 Moxens will be part of this celebration of vintage. At 100 players, there'll be an additional wacky draft with classic booster packs from Ice Age to Onslaught, the NYC trophy, Karn altars, $1,000 in giveaways, dealers, and much, much more. Check out the link below for all the details. I hope to see you there. Let's battle. All right, here we go. Lurrus PO testing Flames of Anor. This card has basically proven itself, I think, at this point, as a very powerful choice. There are a lot of good wizards in Magic, and something that someone brought up recently is that we're not even playing like Tamios. Other formats play Tamios too. I'm not sure how I feel about Tameo. I do think that Tameo is probably an underplayed card in Vintage, but it is a little hard to get working. Each removal doesn't always do something, but if it gets going, it's quite good. Tokens synergize pretty well with Tolarian Academy. You don't end up with Brainstorm as a 4-0, so it's harder to flip the Tameo. But something to consider, I think, is that Vintage Lurrus deck should probably be considering Tameo more often than they are. I'm not saying that you should be playing Tameo. I just think you should probably be considering it more often. That being said, I mean, this list could actually find room for a Tameo if it wanted one, but it's starting to get a little tight along the edges here. So, this hand's great though, as long as my opponent doesn't turn 1 kill me, because I have really nice, okay. So, I mean, Sphere Shomps and Null Rod are definitely back in the metagame thanks to stock up. Hey, look, my main deck Chain of Vapor and my main deck Flame of Anor that deal with this. I don't know. This is, I mean, we do have to get to that spot in this game, so we'll see. But I should probably play the Ruby. Sorry, I'm doing too much talking here. Gotta play the Ruby before they play Sphere. I don't know. I've just been very impressed by... I've been very impressed by this card, which we took from the original list, and then I've been very impressed with the changes we made to the list. I think the Flusterstorms and the Chain of Vapor that I brought over from my typical lists have been quite good. I know that the deck creator has adopted my Sink into Stupor Lorien Revealed split as well. So here's a Ghost Quarter. Okay, I'm gonna fetch the Meticulous Archive. If they want to Ghost Quarter me and get my island, I don't care. Definitely don't want a force at this point in the game. We just want lands. All right, they are not going to Ghost Quarter me. They've seen the line. The good news here is I'm gonna immediately get a trainer going, and then we can maybe free ourselves on the next turn. Maybe I do want a force. Lorien. I'm gonna take Lorien. In case we just get wastelanded here, we have more options. I think it's better. I could see there being some issues. Let's see. Maybe I did want a force. I just really wanted to make sure I hit land drops. We didn't have the Scalding Tarn when I bottomed the Force of Will. Ooh. That's going to increase the clock a little bit. But I can kill the token and destroy the Null Rod here. It does mean that they'll be able to re-equip. So I'm probably going to do that on their turn so that they can't equip onto the Patchwork Automaton. Stonecoil Serpent, I assume. Okay. This deals 5 damage. Okay. All right. I'm glad they play this pre-combat. More information for me. But they probably had to because of Patchwork Automaton triggers. I mean, so far, this Flame of Anor card has just been great. So I will destroy this Null Rod, and I will deal 5 damage to this creature. I'll take 3, and I mean, we're cruising here. I guess I didn't need this Lorien reveal, but I did draw fetch, so. I still have this backup chain to buy me some time. Ew. Well, I guess that's not that bad. Let's go Brainstorm Trainer, and then I can get rid of a fetch land, maybe. Hopefully we can find some Moxes. Force. Bauble. Let's get rid of, I guess I'm gonna get rid of, yeah, I'll get rid of fetch land Bauble. So I'm pretty worried. We're not really in a great spot. We have a force and we have a chain to buy some time, but we are going to need some help. We have a PO, but we didn't take any mocks. I do regret now not taking a mocks off of my initial, what was that? Initial Thunder Trap Trainer. Okay. So the good news here is I can just bounce this Stone Coil and it buys me infinite time. I still don't want to block with my thingy. Yeah, still don't want to block with my thing because I want to be able to pick it up or use use the flames for full value. But this is really good because they have to invest a ton of mana to make this good. They invested mana to equip. This clock is not particularly fast. So Wasteland. And they probably just play a 2/2. Oh, they're just going to equip. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we can block that thing forever, so I don't even care. Another PO. So let's start with a trainer. I can't kick a trainer here. I think I'm going to leave my Lorien revealed. I'm going to go for a Mox off this and then a PO maybe. Like I guess an Opal doesn't work. Pearl works. The only problem I have with this, I guess I will always be able to replay one of these trainers because I will have 2 and I can cycle 1 into a blue with Lorien. So yeah, I think we're in a good spot here and we can draw into Tolarian. So okay, yeah, we won the game. Right. I actually don't think I have any fetchables left besides the island, which I was trying to avoid fetching. Yeah, this is fine. Here. And then let's go with trainer and Opal, I think. Well, is this 4th kill them, actually? This is 1 with an island. I have 8 damage, so I'm short. So let's just go for an Opal and we'll go POing again. We're almost at full buyback here. Let's just take a quick peek at their hand. Kolos, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna cast PO. I guess I could draw the island if I do this, but all right. I mean, no matter what, we can like take a trainer, make a bunch of blockers. We can't really lose this game. We probably don't win this game on this turn unless we hit, I don't know, snap time walk maybe. I don't think I miscounted on the 4th. I think I was one attacker short, but it doesn't really matter because opponent can't win. We have force. We have blockers, infinite blockers, basically. At any point, we can buy Lurrus and replay our trainer every turn. So we've just got very far ahead. Basically, Flame of Anor was nuts again. Flame of Anor was just completely nuts again. So, oh boy. Okay. One thing we get here is we get the Seal of Cleansing, which I really, really like in this matchup. Portable Hole is also quite good. I think our sideboard's a little bit more geared for Sphere Shops than the original list. And then we have the possibility of playing Swords. We want all of our mana, but we probably want to go down on like things like Mishra's Bauble and Vexing Bauble on the draw and Flusterstorm. This is the kind of matchup where it doesn't matter as much that Lurrus is returning Bauble, especially when they have so many hate pieces. Let's see. Fluster, Misstep. Don't really like Probe usually in these matchups either, so I think this looks good. Oh, I want a negation in here as well. I think maybe I'll cut down on... I kind of want all my swords. But if I do that... What else am I cutting? Because these cards are all good. Brainstorm, maybe? Maybe Brainstorm. Let's try this. I mean, Brainstorm was quite good in that game, actually. Brainstorm's only really bad against Bowmaster. This is not a great hand, but this is definitely a keep. We have Force. We're trying to buy some time, and we have lots of lands, which I really like, so... Not happy about this hand, but I also don't think I'm putting it back. Sphere. Let's hit that with, do I want to Force of Negate it? Probably. I'm probably not hard casting this. It's a little bit less versatile than a Force of Will here. And then we get to check our top card and see if we like it or not. We like it. So we will... If they have Ghost Court, I really don't want to fetch my basic island. I'll throw this volcanic out here. I guess I don't have to. I can still just like fetch a mystical archive, but I kind of don't want to have to fetch a non-mystical archive. That's unfortunate. I guess it wouldn't have mattered unless I had held up the fetch. So now I can't hold up Steel Sabotage though. So maybe it's just wrong. Like even if I have to crack and lose my ability to go Meticulous Archive, then maybe it's worth it. Yeah, Chalice on 0 is fine. I don't have any zeros yet. A Crawly. Pretty sure I'm letting Crawly happen. I am okay with drawing some cards here. Once again, I did not play my fetch land out. So, Justin. I guess this is the talking and playing part of Magic the Gathering that happens when I stream. Or I'm just bad. Could be both. I have some leeway on letting this thing attack me for a little bit. I have a lot of counter magic at the moment, so as long as I'm not getting like wastelanded again, I think it's worth it. This is a pretty good value patchwork here. I'm gonna kill this eventually, but I really want to draw a Thundertrap Trainer. Turn on this Flame of Venor. So now I have to decide if I want to just kill this thing. Ah! I'm bad. Sorry. It's like a jump scare. Okay, I think I'm gonna lose this game then. Yeah, they hit a wasteland off the crawler. Okay, so I think I played this game terribly, and I'm gonna deservedly lose because of it. I think I played this game really badly. I don't know. Feels weird, but I'm dying, so. Them hitting the wasteland off the top was not great for me. I need another land, huh? I also did not draw as many lands this game as the last game. Alright, well, I will lose 3 life to cast Ancestral Recall, because I need land. Oh, I did not hit land. I hit the Lorien Field, which is not a land. So am I dead? I don't think I'm dead. I'm getting pretty close to dead, though. Alright, I will play this into the chalice for fun. Alright, well, I am, okay. I was dead until I drew the Swords of Plowshares. But now I can't force, so... If I get wastelanded, I am dead. They play a second crawler, I'm dead. Wow, they get to... Okay, alright. I didn't play this game very well. I deservedly lost this game. That one's on me. Sorry about that. I don't even think I like Bobble on the play in this matchup. I'd rather just have all my good cards. What I think I lost this game entirely because I didn't play the fetch land and then I couldn't counter the crawler with the sabotage. I mean, I could have countered the crawler with the force, but I didn't want to. But maybe that's not a good enough reason. But again, if I didn't have a Scrawly Crawler, I would not have hit any lands and I would have died anyways, right? So, I don't know, kind of a tough spot. This seems fine, but it is weak to Wasteland. But I mean, I'm gonna go Merchant Ancestral and hope it's good enough, right? Are they Mind Break trapping this Opal? Seems like they have a Mind Break trap. Still too much removal, not enough action, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully they have like Ghost Quarter instead of Wasteland. That would make me really happy. Ancient Tomb, Null Rod? Ancient Tomb Patchwork, that's fine. I mean, that can't be good for them. Oh, never mind. They have a Black Lotus. All right, that's bad for me, probably. Okay, that's a lot of things. My opponent's hand's a lot better than mine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I see. Hmm. Uh-oh. Well, I'm not prohibited from casting Ancestral. If I hit a land, I could always like Hercules as well, so... Well, alright. I'll cast Ancestral Recall, targeting myself. I did hit my island. Yep. Alright, so my plan is to end step a Hercules Recall on my opponent, draw a Mox, and cast PO. Hopefully they don't draw like too many spheres off the top of this Mystic Forge. That would be bad. That would be game losing, probably. I guess I can still just chain if I draw one sphere. But I kind of need to get rid of both. Hopefully they just draw like a big Stonecoil Serpent here. Something I don't care about. That's fine. I take a massive hit here, but I want to be able to end step this Hercules, so... It's gonna be a Wasteland, I assume, or Strip Mine, I assume. That'll be a Saga. I don't need a Saga. I do probably need to draw... Oh, it'll be a Saga. I do probably need to draw some help here, though. All right, we're gonna crack the Bauble. I have to pay attention to Mind Break Trap, because my opponent was pausing like they had a Mind Break Trap in game. Or in this game already. I guess... Oh, did not mean to crack the Bauble, he says. Yeah. Oh, Strip Mine. So they can replay Patchwork. I think I'm still going to Hercules Recall them now. I think the saving the save 7 life is probably worth it. I can't play my stock up though, so I'm in deep shit. I need to draw Mox. Patchwork go, I assume. Yeah. All right, Mox. That's not Opal. Swords. Man, Wasteland. Strip Mine there off the top was not good for me. I think I'm going to lose this game now. Maybe they die to their own Mana Crypt. What's their plan here? Can't pay for a chain. Their plan might just be make Saga token now. Null Rod. Yeah, that's a problem. Once again, I need to bounce and hope I draw, right? I think so. They could sack a land and bounce their crypt if they want. All right, Mox, that's not an Opal, please, game. Volcanic Island. It doesn't let me cast any of these white spells, but maybe Stock Up will get me there. This is my second spell. I wasn't counting their stuff. Okay, so Sapphire is great. And then the question is, do I want to have access to a Force, or do I just want the Thunder Trap Trainer? Because I don't need the Thunder Trap Trainer right now, because I can just go Seal. Though they have a Null Rod, so maybe I just need the Force from the Null Rod. I should probably take a negation then. Whoops. The question is, am I supposed to seal this Saga so they can't search with it? Or do I just seal the Saga creature? I'm just going to seal the Saga. And then I'll force the Null Rod, and then I'll hopefully use Swords Alingas to be enough to survive, maybe? Or maybe they'll swing out and die to Alingas. They didn't lose the flip this time. We know that they have a Mystic Forge. Let's see. That's so unfortunate. Oh, this draw is so unfortunate. Because it means the Null Rod's just going to resolve. And I won't have a white source anymore. So if this resolves, they have to pay an extra 2 life. They go to 5, but they don't die. That's so sad. That draw is so bad for me. Because they're dead here. They're just dead to 4th Eralingas. I feel like I piloted this correctly at the end. Some things that did not work out. Man, was I wrong? What could I have done differently? I don't think so. I feel like I like this route. GG's. Okay, I do think I threw this set though. I feel like a better player would have won this set. All right, on to round 2. I look back at that last round. I do think the game 2 was played poorly, but I don't think it would have mattered. I think I still would have just lost. And then game 3, I actually think I played correctly, and it just didn't work out. It was very, very close. I was super close to pulling ahead. Like, if they don't draw Thorn on that turn, if they draw something else, then I get to counter their Null Rod, untap, and probably kill them with 4th Erlingas. Or at least have it be like a mana crypt flip. It would have been very close in that sense. So not a bad showing, honestly. Let's see. Round 2. ShamWow fella has been working on a Lurrus Deathrite Shaman deck. Lurrus bug deck, I should say, because there's no Deathrite Shamans in it. So try to keep in this hand, but I'm not sure it's actually good. But this is kind of science. Gotta do something like that. Alright, I'm gonna start with Probe. And my opponent's got, yeah, Lotus, Negation, Decay, Frog, Pierce, Wasteland, Tropical. And I did not hit mana. This deck has at least one more mana than I normally put in my decks, and we've been asking for mana a lot. No turn 1 Frog, it seems. I don't think I'm allowed to fetch an archive here with no follow-up lands. Come on, game. Maybe I can't keep this hand ever. I don't know. Probe. Yeah, maybe I just have to mulligan this hand. It's like not very good against my opponent's deck, to be fair. Force is just like not good against these Lurrus decks. I assume they just hit me with a something here. Pierce, maybe? Nope, they just let it happen. Yeah, I'm still thinking that I'm not playing that. Or that. I mean, I could fetch Basic Island and play a Mana Vault. They can decay my Mana Vault. I guess I will fetch Basic Island and play a Mana Vault. Like, what is this Flusterstorm even doing at this point? Nothing, really. I guess, like, if they go buy Lurrus, play Lurrus, but they don't even have backup for that yet, so I don't think they'll do that. They probably want to have at least Pierce backup because Negation doesn't count. Yeah. I'll just wait a turn. Just gives me some time to at least build out my mana a bit. Did get rid of my PO, though. There's a Volk. Don't think I want to play this Volk into the Wasteland, because I want to be able to maybe Flame of Anor the Lurrus if nothing works out here. So, I don't know if that's going to happen here. I can at least pay for Spell Pierce with this Mana Vault. Sapphire. They can probably hardcast Negation now. They can negation and pierce back up on the Lurrus, but that should be good. If that all happens at the end of it, I should be able to maybe Flame of Anor, double Wasteland. Okay. So decay, negation, pierce, and Lurrus. I have to force Lurrus, pitching Snappy Boy. And then they will probably negate this, which will actually mean they can't play the Frog from the yard. They can play Lotus from the yard. So, and then I will Flusterstorm this negation. I mean, this is a pretty big win, stopping Lurrus here. Lurrus is about the card you want to force, but even that feels bad because Lurrus is free card, you know? Free card for 2 cards is quite the deal. All right. So will they use the Spell Pierce to make me tap my Mana Vault? Or we get to continue this game without that? It might decay my Mana Vault just to keep me off it. They could have led with decay, maybe. Oh, they drew Force. I see. So they have last card decay. And they would be able to play Frog. Okay. I have to force this Lurrus. All right, we're going to both be on top deck wars, I guess. And we're not in a great spot. All right, they have no cards in hand, and they have 5 mana. I have 1 card in hand and 1 mana. Okay. That's a bad draw. And they drew Frog off the top! All right, well, I think that means we're dead. All right, okay. That's a good... It's like, I mean, Frog, better card than Paradox Outcome, confirmed. Oh, boy. I kind of need to draw like Ancestral. Chain. All right, well, I'll probably Time Walk here. Not very strong, but... What else did they draw? They drew Frog number 2, 3? That Trainer's my best draw, probably, so... Ancestral Recall. Alright, well, I get Wastelanded, and then they get 2 Frog hits. And then this probably doesn't resolve, or they play Bowmaster, or something bad for me. But I think this game has been over since the first top deck Frog, basically. They're hopping. Ribbit. They're hopping both. They don't want to have anyone on the ground. All right. I think in general, maybe my keep. I think my keep was just bad. It almost worked out because they went pretty much all in on a Lurrus, which our hand was very good against them going all in on a Lurrus, but it just didn't work out because they had one too many top deck Frogs. So sadly, didn't work out. Does this resolve? If it doesn't resolve, I'll just concede. Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay. So we're playing against Lurrus Frog, but with green. I'm going to bring in Pyroblasts, and I'm going to bring in Swords and Portable Hole. And then I'm going to take out Force of Will, Vexing Bauble. I kind of like Vexing Bauble a little bit. Opal. Opal, 1 Bauble, because they're going to be playing Collector Roofs and stuff. Yeah, I guess I will just take out a bunch of artifacts. Get a little leaner here. Try this. It's awkward because you still want to have Mishra's Bauble to make sure your Lurrus is a draw engine, but you don't want to have too many that you're getting blanked by oofs. It's tough. Okay, what do we have? Yeah, kind of like this. Hmm. I think I'm just going to bobble. And then I'm going to play fetch land. Trainer I like. Yeah, trainer I like. Not going to play out this crypt. I think the life total will matter a lot here. Emerald. So it's going to be a turn one. Oof, there it is. Turn one time walk. Don't feel great about this start. Wasteland again. Wasteland is a pain in the butt. This is the kind of spot where I would like to have force backup for fourth Erlinga as something to consider. I am going to start fetching some wastelandable targets here. I just don't know if I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to have fluster backup for my cards here. That's my problem. I don't know if this is worth keeping or not. Pyroblast, Flusterstorm, Chain, Swords. I guess Swords. My mana is going to be a problem here. I'm going to get wastelanded. I'm going to be in a deep, deep hole of nonsense. Mm-hmm. Stop playing Wastelands, man. I want to play the game. They don't want me to play the game. Merchant Scroll. Can't attack here because of Bowmaster. I don't think I'm getting Flame. Pretty sure I'm getting Ancestral. I mean, now if they go Bowmaster, I respond with Ancestral, and then they Wasteland my... Classic Wasteland Gaming. What a brutal Magic card that is. Pass again. I'd love to see another fetch here. Flame of Anor. All right, I can't be casting this now. Definitely not. They have a Bowmaster. They have a Rock Shasha's Bargain. All right, well, I'll cast Ancestral Recall. Am I Fluster Storming this thing? I guess so. I got all these mocks in now. I don't want to get Tundra killed here, so I mean maybe this is all bait. I lose my thingy. They untap and do something bad to me, but as long as I don't get like oof, there it is. They're just wastelanding me now. Okay, sure. I feel like you can wait on that. Oh, they have strip mine. Ah, strip mine. Oof. Yeah. Well, I guess I could have. I can buy and play Lurrus, but I have no counterspell backup for it. I can maybe play multiple POs. Delve. Not good. All right. Well, I don't really have a counterspell to draw to at this point, though, because I don't have enough mana. Oh, there's a counterspell, but I don't have the colors of mana I need. What am I supposed to do now? I just got I got double Wasteland Strip Mined. Oh, they're just gonna consign? Yeah, I guess it counters Trainer. Ah, man, I don't even know. I got my basic island and I still got mana screwed in this game. I gotta buy Lurrus, I guess. Oh, I'm dead. I think I'm just dead. I guess I don't have to buy Lurrus, but what was I supposed to do? Okay, I'm getting bullied. I don't particularly think this would have went that much better if I was Esper, but I would definitely have less nonsense in my hand that I can't cast. I should just be sad because my opponent had the old triple wasteland with a strip mine, or I don't think freeing up artifacts helps me at all here, so I'd rather just make sure that this frog can't hurt me. Also, if I pyroblast the frog, it comes back with Lurrus, so I don't know. My opponent is just completely outvaluing me at every point of the way. Yeah, just as much Moxion as I did, but I don't really know what gets me out of this game. Another creature here is bad for me. I'm dead. All right. I'm getting bullied in this league. So far, I have not been happy. All right, we're back for another ass kicking by this Lurrus Frog bug deck. Let's see if we can play around Wasteland a little better. I do know that it's something I don't do very well in this deck, and maybe that's part of the reason I very much dislike the 4-color mana base. So maybe I'm missing some value in how we are sequencing our fetch lands. See if we can keep an eye on that. I mean, I hope we don't get turn 1 oof. That's all I can say here. No point in cracking her. Oh, they had the emerald again. I'm gonna get oofed. Oh, let's have a land coming. Small victories. Force. All right. Let's see what they got for me. We know there's an emerald, so is there an oof? Getting real sick of this oof stuff. I even played around Wasteland by not having any lands. Well, I'm gonna keep my hand every time, right? I feel like I need to bottom and try to find more lands rather than like go for forces. Like if they wasteland me here, I need to have more lands on top. I can't just like have a force on the top of my library. Maybe that's not correct. Maybe I just have to play like they won't have a wasteland. Oh, did they brainstorm lock themselves? Trying to find a wasteland. That might help. But it also means I might need that force back. Oh, I drew another force anyways. All right, I mean, they're tapped out of Spell Pierce. Obviously, this plays into negation, but I'm going to cast it anyways. See what happens. Force of negation. Just get rid of PO. They have force. I guess that makes sense after brainstorm locking yourself. They also get to negation it, so that means I can't snap it back. I don't know, playing around Spell Pierce there seems better. Spell Pierce and Fluster and that kind of thing. If I hit a land, I can play an Ambush Viper. I mean, it does kind of signal that I have Ambush Viper if I'm going to be paying 3 life for it, but... Alright, well... They played into it, so I think they're supposed to play around this. I think they're definitely supposed to play around that. Maybe they should have another one. It's like pretty telegraphed. There's not very many things it can be if I'm paying 3 life, so... Demonic Tutor, Black Lotus, green. Loam. At least they didn't loam a wasteland. Are they gonna play an oop after everything here? Oh my god! Ah! So dead. I am getting bullied. Oh, they hit a strip mine. So I concede. I don't know. This looks really rough. I don't really know if there's anything concrete we could be really doing differently here. Getting killed by collect roofs for old time's sake. I felt real good about that by using my ambush viper, but they had a bunch more stuff after double force. Maybe I was just too high on this deck after getting extremely good variance in the last league. Could be the case. Bro, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, I I can't keep this, right? Like, I can't keep this. Not against Wasteland dot deck. Oof dot deck. I gotta mulligan this. And then I get stuck with this. I'm probably supposed to bottom a PO actually. Like, what am I? I can't even protect my ancestral here, right? Like, what how am I playing this out? They mulled a 5 at least. I assume I am supposed to ignore the fact that I have egregious mana constraints and just get basic islands so that I can continue playing spells after, or is that incorrect? What am I gonna do? I don't know. I'm gonna go out basic island. That's why I have it in my deck list, right? Got a force. Missed up. Yep. Okay, I mean, like, if I get forced there and then I get wastelanded off of, like, volcanic, it's so bad for me, right? And they have another opener with moxing. Where are these moxing coming from? What did I do wrong? Oh, definitely like that one. My opponent's a better PO deck than I am. Seal of Primordium. Okay. I wish I could resolve my fourth Lingas right now because they're tapped out with Bobble, but I can't, so we'll wait. This is definitely a spot where fourth Lingas looks better than Time Vault Key, which is pretty sweet. That's something I've been considering. All right, they have one card left after this. The question is, am I getting Spell Pierced or not? I guess if I draw a land, I can fourth with Pyroblast back up at least. Bend the Probe. Glad I been that PO and not the fourth Erlingus. Snap Ancestral. See if they have a Spell Pierce. I think it's better to do this than risk my fourth Erlingas, which is important to winning the game. Gives me another turn to draw. Okay. Yeah. I mean, now I think we're in a great spot. We've got mana. We don't really care about the fact that there's a seal and a vexing bauble. If we can do this kind of lands, fourth Erlingas, Thunder Trap Trainer game plan. All right, now they're tapped out. Thunder Trap Trainer. I guess I'll take a Volk. Tundra. Need to buy a Lurrus, but don't care that much about that. I think I would rather just get the 2 4th Erlingas in here. They're tapped out, and there's a bobble in play helping us, so we know we can't get forced. I haven't seen a Bowmaster yet from our opponent. I don't know if that means there are none Bowmasters. I just haven't seen one. But we have lots of good cards now besides these POs. I don't know what their plan's going to be. I do love when people play Vexing Bobble and they're like, oh, we got to keep him in play for like artifacts and stuff. And then you just have none of those. You just have only action. All right, that was definitely a point towards 4th Erlingas for sure. Run it back. I liked how that game felt. That game felt a lot better. My opponent did mulligan a bit in that one. All the cards we trimmed, but quite a strong starting hand, so I'm in. Hopefully I don't have a Mox this time, or an Ancestral. I have another box opener. Froggy? Okay, tap down for Froggy. See what you got working with over there. I wonder how many Moxen they have. I assume they just have Jet, Emerald, and Sapphire, but what do you got over there? Anything good? We need another off-color Mox in the PO right now with backup. I mean, I'm just going to go for it. All right, well. I didn't draw any more things that are good. This means this frog is getting a hit in. I'm going to hold this bauble for Metalcraft. I'm a little worried. I think we're behind. I was not expecting to get my probe missteps. Time Walk, sure. You have a Wasteland too. Saga Gaming, okay. Oh. I don't know where we're at in life. Thought we were in a good spot. Oh, I got Wastelanded. I always get Wastelanded. Ox? Soaring. Did I have to fetch Volcanic? Or I just had Volcanic as my only card? Had Volcanic as my only card. I mean, aren't I dead here? I have to PO. I don't have a choice. I really don't have a choice. Just resolved. But I didn't hit that much more mana though. But I did hit enough. The good news is actually, if everything is resolving, I mean, I can't believe I don't know how everything is resolving, but the fact that everything is resolving is good. PO again, because I have this leftover colorless to replay Soul Ring off of. Did I not pick up Soul Ring by accident? Must have misclicked or something. Okay, I don't know how that happened. Oh, I don't have the ability to. Well, I made a bunch of mistakes here. That's okay. I don't have the ability to snap PO because I tapped my my mana vault here for no reason. So I guess I will wobble bobble. I don't know. I'm so bad at this game. I played really poorly. I don't think I'm using this merchant scroll. All right. I don't know how my opponent has nothing, but we'll take it. But I am actually in a bad spot now because I have the way I use my mana. I guess the mana crypt might just save me though. Now I can just snap PO. Okay. I drew my way out of it. I think I played this section extremely badly, but that's fine. It happens. But this should just be deterministic. I guess I didn't even need to play the tropical out because I had a red mana floating. That's another mistake because I can draw into Academy still. Ooh, I am not playing well. Not that any of that is of consequence here. I have triple, I guess I don't have, it's not, maybe not deterministic because Snapcaster, I don't have all the blue yet, but it's fine. It's enough. All right. So, where do we want to be in life? We have another snap PO. Have to use our Lotus to do that currently. Probably at some point I was supposed to kick a Thunder Trap Trainer. Sure. Let's kick a Thunder Trap Trainer. I guess I have Lurrus Lotus as well. Can make a bunch of blue mana that way. Let's kick a Thunder Trap Trainer. Only costs 1 blue and I get 2 dudes and get to look super deep. Probably was supposed to do that earlier. I don't know. I guess I'll take 4 Theralingas and that should just be winning, right? And a PO, sure. All right, so if I just PO everything, let's go buy Lurrus, play Lurrus, play Lotus, play PO. $12 cards. Play everything out, and then 4 Theralingas and kill my opponent. So we actually got this match. Could have played that one a little bit better, but good enough. All right, we rebounded a little bit. Let's see if we can keep up the train. I don't know. I've been less happy this league for sure, but I also feel like it's just very evident how much of a high roll my first league with the deck was. I know I knew at the time that I ran hot, but now I can see I ran very hot. That's just vintage though. It's just magic. It's very important how your deck runs when it's cold and how it's hot. When it run, most vintage decks when they run hot are going to be very good. It's much more important how your deck runs every other time. That card does not look good here. Man. Fetching this away kind of sucks, but I guess it's fine. This looks like a decent brainstorm spot, actually. If we live, I guess. Ooh, that is a bad sign. That is not good. Dredge, I believe, is one of the worst matchups for this deck. I am very scared of Dredge. I'm going to use my mana efficiently here because I'm not going to have much time. It's quite a good brainstorm. I want to get a Saga going, but I think fetching away the island... I guess I don't need to fetch away the island if I resolve with Thundertrap Trainer, right? Yeah, we might have enough action here. I think I'd rather just cast 2 Thundertrap Trainers than 1 stock up. That's a force, which I don't hate. I don't like it, though. But do I want another stock up? Like, there's no chance I'm going to need 2 stock ups here, right? I just don't think I'm going to live long enough for... I am going to have to combo kill my opponent. I'm take this Time Walk. All right, I mean, Time Walk Saga might be enough. Time Walk is quite good here. Let's see what this Dredge looks like. Should be an interesting game. If I keep winning these random game 1s against Dredge with this deck, maybe I'm off base on the matchup, but I could have... I don't know, conceptually it looks really bad, but I did, to be fair, I did like find 2 Moxen out of nowhere with that Brainstorm, and maybe that's another good reason to put Brainstorm back in my other deck. I mean, Brainstorm has had a pretty good league this time, I must say, but we haven't faced as many like Esper Blue-Black Lurruses. My opponent has not hit any Icarids, but he is going to return both. They are going to return both Prized Amalgams and the Silver Smoke Ghoul. And there's a second Bazaar. I mean, it kind of makes sense that there was a second bar, considering how they had no interaction, really. All right, so I believe I won't have another turn in this game, so I do need to win on my next turn here. But that seems like it's doable. We have double Trainer, double Moxen, Saga Gaming. I mean, I think it's very doable. Everybody's in. And we go. PO. Yeah, it's perfect. So I won't play my land then, and I'm not going to use this Saga, so then I will just cast PO for 4. And we still have Force of Will back up. They might have a Force after all this. They do. We have our Force here. We have a stock up that we'll throw into it, because I think Time Walk is better. Okay. Is Time Walk better? I think so. So now we have... So we have a 4th and a Time Walk. Is it enough? Let's take a quick peek here. If we fetch a this and then we say this is Time Walk, we get 3 attackers in. That's not very good. So let's cast Ancestral. Okay. How much mana do I have? 6 mana. It's a little bit too risky to train double Trainer. I would have to hit double Mox, including an Opal. I guess I don't want to use my Mana Vault either, though. So I guess what we're at this point is just Time Walking. I'm gonna have to make sure this 4th Airling is lethal or find Snapcaster Mage. I wonder if I played this badly. Don't think I want that card. I don't care about that card. I just want the other card here. And I guess I get Lotus here. That might be enough. Let's see. Bobble. Oh, maybe I did need to keep that stock up. I don't have 2 trainers, though. And there's another stock up. We get Lotus here. So I have Lurrus Lotus, which is free. And then I have red, white, 3, 4, 5, 8, 11. And they trample, so 22 minus 2 is 20. So I don't have lethal. That's pretty crazy. So I'm going to need to find a PO or something. Let's stock up. There's a PO and a chain. All right, that should do it. All right, so I will PO one more time here to make mana. Then I will make sure I have enough, and I will kill my opponent. All right. All right, now what is the life book? 1, 2. So 2. 4, 6. I didn't pick up the Mana Crypt Vault again. Oh no, I tapped it. I tapped it. Sorry. 2, 4, 6, 9. 9 times 2, that's less. Somehow we got to less. How do we get to less? I see. What am I doing wrong exactly? Tomahawk is in my yard. I have no Snapcaster yet. So I can make all my mana, and then I can chain back these two. Is that enough? I assume that's enough. I don't really know what I was doing in this, but all right. That is more than enough. All right, cool. I think I might have made mistakes in that one as well, but we just want another game 1 against Dredge. It's because kill them even if they didn't have trample. Okay. I'm really surprised we keep winning these games against Dredge, but I'll take them for sure. I like Seal of Cleansing and Guide Lantern. Seal of Cleansing kills Chalice and Hollow One. It's nice to have that option. Oh, I guess I have Flame of Anor, so I don't even need that shit. Wild. Don't need Chain, don't need Island, don't need Mental Misstep, really. So pretty easy things to take out. Let's keep our forces, keep our Flusterstorms, keep our Gasoline, and roll like this. Yeah, Flame of Anor means I just don't have to bring in all this random stuff. It's kind of nice. I do like that. Yeah, okay. So, like, the reason we had chances in that game is because we brainstormed right and hit really well, hit out Moxes. All the games that you win against Dredge here in game 1 are gonna have to be heavy Mox in hand. You don't have that much time. I had just enough time to get through. This hand slaps though. Even if they were to take away an Opal, I could still cast things. I like this hand a lot. I'm a fan. If I can come back to a nice 3-2 in this set, I'd be pretty happy. Sphere Shops is definitely a challenge, and I think Dredge is a challenge, and then I definitely don't like looking at the look of that oof matchup. So I would say these are 4, I would consider 4 hard matchups. Like, Sphere Shops can be good for you if you, like, make changes to your deck, you know, more Hercules, more Sabotage, more Holes, more, but it's not going to be good just the way it is now. I think our setup is nice, not bad against it, but it's definitely a matchup you can lose, especially if you don't take the right choices along the way. All right, opponent's on a mold of 5 at the moment. Looks like they're trying to figure out which cards to put back. All right, 5 it is. All right, they have an activate. So if they were to grief me, they'll just take my Soul Guide Lantern, and we'll get to go Mox Trainer, and I'll be pretty happy. Okay, so they might have Force, so they might have Mindbreak Trap. They might have Noxious. They have 1 Icarus, 1 Dredger. Okay. Let's bait with this lantern, I guess. Or should I bait with Ancestral? I guess we'll bait with Ancestral. Yeah, this lantern looks really good. Just resolves. Okay. Take their Dredger over their Icarid. It's gonna make them pretty anemic at the moment. They have Vigor, maybe. That would make a lot of sense. So then the question would be, do I want to hit the Icarid or would I rather draw a card? That is not an easy question. So it is Vigor. Okay. So let's float a blue and oh, do I have to keep this bauble in play? I think I would rather keep the Icarid. I think I'd rather draw a card. I think I have to keep this bauble in play because I want to be able to cast Trainer next turn. All right, well, they have to find new dredgers, so. Interesting game. All right, activation. Do they find dredger? They found a new dredger. They won't bring back Icarid. They'll dredge 5. They hit an Icarid. They hit another thing, but no dredger. Okay. All right. So let's go Trainer. Confirm Moxen. Lotus. Lotus is good. Probably just want to go Lurrus with this Lotus, so we'll just give my opponent 1 turn to do something good here. And bring back Soul Guide Lantern. They can bring back 1 Icarid here. I'll probably block for 4 life. So I think once the Lurrus gets going, we should be in a great spot. All right, assume they put 1 Icarid, then they dredge 5. They did not hit any more dredgers again. They did hit a chill and an Archimedes though. So the onboard presence is starting to get quite high. So. What do we want to do? I have 2, 3, 7 mana. I can go Lurrus, buy Lurrus, play Lantern, hit an Icarid, take 4. I could like just go for some winning now. I could snap an Ancestral back right now. How important is it for me to get Lantern in play right now? I feel like it's good. I feel like it's actively good to do, so. I'm gonna have to activate my Lantern to make sure they can't bring back this Icarid. Oh, they're not going to. Okay. So I get to take, I go to 1. Then I swing back and play a Trainer from my yard. I feel like it's good. Maybe I should have played the Trainer first. Not sure. They would have had to draw on. I mean, would they cast Sick Control earlier, right? I will just play a Trainer from my yard. Then, oh, another Soul Guide Lantern. feel like that's worse than just getting a Mox. Like, I can't actually die here, right? I still have Snap Ancestral. I have ability to bounce. I still have a Force available. I don't know. This seems fine. Don't care about this card. I can play it from the yard if I want it. All right, so I'm holding up 4 mana. I have Snap Ancestral, I have Sync, I have Force, and I have a Lantern still active. I have a Chumper every turn, and I'm gaining life if they don't leave back this stuff. Just all in, huh? Not sure that's correct, but maybe it is. Not sure what their plan is, to be perfectly honest. But I'm going to cast Snappy Boy. And I'm going to Ancestral. Keep just winning these Dredge matchups. They haven't been easy games by any means, but that's going to be really good for us. This looks like we're at the point where we're kicking a Thunder Trap Trainer. I guess I can just lead with stock up first, try to get more Mox in. At this point, I do kind of want PO. First I'll attack, and then I'll bring back Opal, and we'll PO, and we'll win. Okay. I think we have locked this one up. That's pretty sick. I'm just going to attack with this, in case I don't bring back a trainer or something this turn. And I will play this, and I will play this, and then I will play this, and I will pick up this. I think I'll just leave the Soul Guide in play. Right, cool. And then I will play everything out and do it again. All right, we won this game. I technically have to time walk again to another turn here, to do another turn here, but that's okay. I can do that if I want to. Huh. Weird. Very weird. I guess at this point, we can just kick a trainer. They do have the activation of the Tolarian Academy. Let's do a Soul Guide Lantern. Let's do a Time Walk. All right. Cool. I'll take that. That was impressive. Okay, here we go. 5th and final round of this vintage league. It's going a little bit better now. I would say that probably 4 of the 5 matchups have been quite hard, so not a bad showing. This hand's obviously nuts. Force pitching stock up with no Lurrus. Okay. I think that means what I'll do is I will just get a red source, and I will Merchant Scroll for a Force of Will. Play Protect against Jewel or something like that. And then I have obviously lots of action still, so don't think I need to go for like Ancestral here. I opened with a Lotus Sapphire top, so maybe just Beseech Storm then. Oh, looks like Oath then. Okay. Cast the stock up. Everything is good. Probably just Tundra. I don't really want Force Time Walk. I mean, Tundra Soul Ring seems reasonable as well. Puts me to Lurrus Bobble Loops. Yeah, probably Tundra Soul Ring. That'll probably get cycled away or shuffled away here. All right, so I still have a Force, and then next turn I have Looping Lurrus Bobble. They might have like a show and tell with Force backup or something like that still, where we would lose the game. But I mean, we got them to force pitching stock up on our Bobble, so doesn't get much better than that. Obviously, I could have gone for a blue card Force there, like Mist Up Force or Time Walk Force, but I feel like advancing my game plan with Lurrus Bobble seems like it'd be a better choice. They have one card left in their hand after this Demonic Tutor, or while this Demonic Tutor's on the stack. Oath doesn't currently do it. They don't have a Forbidden Orchard in play, but if I go for Lurrus, then obviously it does. I have a Chain of Vapor for Oath as well. If they have a Trax in hand and they go Show and Tell, we just force pitching. Okay. So they're gonna go Bobble Show and Tell? No, they don't. What are they gonna do? I guess this stops my Lurrus Bobble loop. And it also stops my Force. And it also makes my PO bad. I probably just want to cast Chain and PO, right? Yeah. All right. So where does this leave me? I do have to like hard cast Force. I guess I don't. I guess I'll just kick a fucking trainer. Let's do it. So I can have double Force now. I can Force Bobble and force the thing. I guess I'll grab Ancestral is worse than Stock Up if I have to pitch them both here. I might not have to force the Bobble, but I guess I just can. They're gonna fetch spin again. Okay. Don't know what their last card. I don't know if their last card in hand is a Show and Tell or an Atraxa or what it is. Hmm. Should be able to just like, I mean, we have Lurrus, Saga, Ancestral Force. Are they gonna go for a Show and Tell? Oath. I have a chain. I'll just force this. They have second Oath? No. All right, another trainer. It's gotta be better than Lurrus. Brainstorm. Lame. I guess I'll just take Mox. For construct tokens. Oh, now they know all my stuff here. If they have like a spin into Show and Tell, it's pretty good. If they play an Oath here, I won't be doing any. I'll just be trying to kill my opponent. Orchard, okay. Field to end step. Make a construct, untap, archive, brainstorm. Okay. Yeah. I don't really like Oath right now. Deck is kind of anemic, but there were definitely spots in that game where I could have lost. Pyroblast should be good. Hole should be good. Negation should be good. I don't think I like anything else, though. Here, we can take out Island. We can take out... Actually, I think that Flames look pretty bad. I guess Flames hit, like, no rods they avoided in, but besides that, this might be a matchup where I don't actually care about Flame. I do like Sync, though. I'd like Bobble. I like Chain. I like that. I like all that. So maybe I'll go down on the Lorien revealed because I think the Sync has a little bit more utility here. And then maybe I'll cut one Opal in case they're getting too rowdy. Don't think I'm gonna like cut my creatures or anything. Like obviously creatures are kind of bad into the Oath part of the deck, but I don't think that's a good enough reason to trim them. Force, brainstorm, fourth. I think that's fine. Especially if my opponent like goes all in on some show and tell stuff. Another Lotus hand. Would beat a Lotus hand in game one. Could play show and tell with Fluster backup or something. So this is Tinker. This is Oko. I think I don't want an Oko happening. Maybe I should pitch second force there, but it's a little hard to do that. Mox would be pretty cool because Mox means that I could theoretically cast fourth on the next turn. Do I want to hold it? I want to hold it. Vamp. All right. Well, maybe I wanted to play around Spell Pierce or Flusterstorm. I guess I can't really play around with Flusterstorm. Just a show and tell. Yeah, well, I have to respect that. Top that. Why they don't draw another show and tell? Clock's pretty fast. I guess they could have Oath top deck too. All right. I don't know if that was that Zach Keen. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, a 3-2. Actually, a pretty nice comeback. I would say the Oath matchup seems like it would be pretty reasonable. Just you have enough counter magic. I guess we don't actually have that much counter magic, but Pyroblast post board should help against the show and tell part of the deck. So, 3-2. And like I said, we played against Shear Shops, which I think is a pretty close matchup. And it was a close 3-game set. I made some mistakes, and maybe that cost us. And then we played against ShamWow Fella on the Bug No Deathrite Shaman Lurrus deck, which seemed like a very tough matchup, and we split 1-1 there, including, I think both were they 3-game sets? They might have been both 3-game sets. Oh no, one was a 3-game set, one was a 2-game set. Then we had 2 solid wins against Dredge and Oath. We kind of bullied them. So I think a good league. Nothing in this league stood out to me in terms of changes that I'd like to make. I'm usually pretty set on what I'm trying to do when I build a deck, and it's very seldom that I'm like, oh, I really don't like this part about this or this part about that. And like a lot of this is core deck building that I've been working on for years at this point, especially with PO and Lurrus. Obviously, there was some shakeups in terms of Thunder Trap and Stock Up, which all that really did was kind of cut down on the flexible slots in your PO deck. You really, you're still pretty much the same core. There's still something to be said about maybe missing out on a dress down, but I don't feel like I've needed the dress down as much when I have this Flame of Anor. And Fourth Airlingus has been a great little substitute for Time Vault Key. And I think currently this whole setup makes sense when you don't have tutors. When you don't have tutors, I think Lanterns, Pyroblast, Swords as 3 ofs, and then I think these are the slots where I'm the most concerned. I like the double slot here. The nice part about having a Sabotage and a Negation is that you have Merchant Scroll as a tutor for them. And I think I like having a negation over like a trap, but I could see like this negation maybe becoming a trap. So the negation's been pretty reasonable. And then I don't know if Portable Hole Cleansing are like the best cards in this spot, but I like how Hole gets to come in against Lurrus. and Seal gives you a really nice recurable answer. So I'm pretty happy with this deck list so far. Maybe I'll try it out this weekend at Paper Magic. If you want to play some Paper Magic with me, full proxy. So I'll have my nice Madoka proxies. Vintage is happening at ELD's Timeville Games in Bellingham, Mass on Sunday. So if you want to play some Paper before Eternal Weekend, not Eternal Weekend, I keep saying Eternal Weekend because Eternal Weekend got announced today. Before NYSE, this is going to be your last chance to play Paper before NYSE. So if you want to join me at ELD's for some Paper Vintage this weekend, that'd be super awesome. I will still, of course, stream on Saturday. I need to make my choice between Esper, Grixis, Blue Black, Jeskai, 4-color, or Karn PO. I have lots of choices now, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this content. More content like this one on my YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.